Today, I would like to talk about the single most important thing in your art business. Good afternoon, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday I was talking about startup funding for art business, and then suddenly it reminds me of what my professor always said in my business school. He always told us there are two most important things in any startup. There are startup capital and a good team. If you have a choice, choose the team. At first, I was a bit skeptical, but when I started doing my own startup project, I realized the importance of having a good team. I'm sure that when you start your own project, you will come to the same conclusion. And this morning, I came across this video by the CEO and startup founder of the startup tech company, Slidebin, and I think he nailed it in this video when he was talking about fundraising and team building. He said, no company raises money without a fully formed founding team. Tech companies are not trying to raise money to hire their CTO. So what he was trying to say is that CTO is probably one of the most important person in a tech startup. So you need to have the important persons first in order to get the money, get the market, dominate your niche, beat your competition. So the team is the beginning of everything. So now, before you start an art business, perhaps selling art merchandising, selling original artwork, make sure you have a good team. So now the first step is to recruit your team. Every art business is different. I cannot tell you what kind of people you should recruit. You have to make a list of skills that you need in order to run your business and start ticking the boxes of which skills you already have or you can acquire easily. And after that, the rest of the skills that is needed, you need to recruit each person for each function. For example, I have made a small list and perhaps it can help you. You need an art director, an art market expert, a social media manager, a web ninja, a graphic designer, a photographer or a filmmaker, a business manager, an accountant, perhaps a lawyer as well, a researcher, a general manager, and assistant to the director or the general manager. So you can see that perhaps you can be the art director and the researcher at the same time, but you cannot be perhaps accountant as well because it's another skill totally, and you should recruit those team members and make sure that they are working towards your goals. They are on your team. Sometimes a startup company try to outsource one of the most important functions in their team, like to some people remotely, perhaps in another part of the world. They try to outsource marketing, they try to outsource web design. Don't trust those agencies, and because they have 100 clients and as an artist, you are the smallest client and they will not put you as a priority, especially when you are young, you are a startup company and you don't have much money to earn, and guess what? They don't have the lucrative opportunity on your side and they will just run off to bigger client and they'll just leave you waiting and hanging there. Make sure these crucial skills are covered by your team member and you have to attract them. Perhaps you have heard those stories before. A young guy from college, perhaps MIT, he got an offer from Google, but he turned down the offer, made a startup with a few friends. Yes, those ones are those kind of stories you need to replicate. You need to attract those people. You need to be these friends who make those people turn down the offers working for large companies, instead working on your team. And this is a bit difficult because you don't have the money to pay them. You can't compete against Google, Microsoft for this warfare. And now you have to paint a nice picture. Perhaps give them a bright future, give them shares, or you can perhaps give them a cause. You say, I am ecological, I am social, work for me. Together we can work towards a better future, a more fair, better world. Yeah, perhaps this is what you need. You have to create traction and make sure that you can attract them and make them align with your values and with your goals. The next thing you need to know is that you are not alone. It has two sides of the coin. You're not alone to do all those works. People share your workload. But also you're not alone to share the profits and the glory, because they share the work, they are entitled to share the results as well. If you would like to be successful like Damien Hirst, Kaws, Banksy, you need a big team, you need a good team, you need a team that with a close bond, working together on your goals, so that you need to treat your team well. And perhaps as an artist, this is the most difficult thing because art schools do not prepare us to share our glory, and we always used to sign the name and put our name like as the artist up front. And now things have to change. You have to like give them the glory and credit and the fair share of what they have been working for. And remember this, you are not alone, so make sure you treat your team well. Not having a good team ranked as the third biggest reason for a startup company to fail. I believe that having a good team is the #1 biggest reason for an art business to succeed. Now it is time to seriously thinking about having a team, building a solid, good team so that you can together achieve your goals. If you have any questions, make sure you write to me, leave me a comment below. Otherwise, see you tomorrow, see you in the next video.